Guys, this is Argenis Penal. Welcome to this exclusive tutorial for Mayron makeup. I'm going to take you through the process of doing a Wonder Woman body paint plus face using only Mayron products, which is one of my absolute favorite product to use even for beauty and for body paint as well. So let's go ahead and take you through this. We're going to start off with our Mayron Celebre foundations, and the first color that we're going to apply is medium dark, and that's going to be applied all over her face, all over in the contour areas. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a fluffy powder brush to blend this through. You can use any brush or a beauty blender to apply this with as well. And then right now we're going to go ahead and apply the highlight, which is all in the center of the face, down the eyes, and on the chin, and we're going to go ahead and blend that through, also using that same brush that I used to apply the darker foundation. Also, we are setting, as you can see, with our Celebre setting powders, which are Contour Highlight Press Powder Palette. We are done with setting the contour. We're going to go ahead and use our cheek powder palette, and that is in 202. As far as her eyes, we're also going to use our contour palette to make sure we give our eyes a nice contour. Now to finish the lips, we are going to use our lip palette, which is the Night Lip Palette. And we are going to use our darkest color, which is the red, the deepest red on her lips. Now, starting off the body paint, we want to make sure we use a white eyeliner. It can be any white eyeliner to start tracing the design that you want for whatever it is you're doing. In this case, we are doing Wonder Woman. So we're going to go ahead and start at the center of the top of the chest, and you're going to go through and you're also going to trace it out within the bra. Our first trace, we're going to go ahead and start off with our main boldest color, which is going to be the color that's practically going to take out all over this outfit. So we're starting with our red, and using a nice thick rounded brush on the ends, we're applying over the edges of what we have traced already. Now you always want to make sure that the consistency is it's not as runny, just so that you can have, just so it can be a little on the thicker side, so that it applies nice and even and full of pigment. Now we're gonna go ahead and use our color yellow, and we're now gonna color the center piece of our Wonder Woman symbol. Now use any reference from online. That's usually where I get my ideas or my inspiration from. This is a more older version of a comic Wonder Woman that I saw that I hadn't done yet, so I really wanted to try this new technique that doesn't involve any airbrushing. So this is all with the brush. You don't need an airbrush for this application, and this can be for a beginner to somebody who's a little bit more in the advanced and body painting. I really like this because, once again, you don't have to use an airbrush. So you create your own highlights, which with this, we don't really have so much of a highlight, but we have bold colors and some added dimension using brush and shadows. So what we're doing now here is I'm starting off by tracing out the stars that are in the underwear. So once again, it's more of an old school comic book look. And I'm using a white eyeliner to trace those out, doing it like we used to do in kindergarten. Easy, nice, and star, just to get it nice and even. Now here we are using the Brilliant Azul, which is a very shimmery metallic color from Mayron as well, of course. And I really like this color. My technique here wasn't to cover the whole underwear. I wanted to get some, you know, depth and highlight between the dark of the underwear and the blue. So just kind of wanted to look sketched out. So that was my technique for that. Here I'm using Mayron's white to fill in those stars. Now using my earth palette, I'm going to go through and I'm going to add some dimension into the center symbol. So we're going through and I'm using a smaller brush, doing some, you know, in-hand shading and applying some depth in there to add more dimension into this bird phoenix that she has right in the center. I never knew what it was. What is it? But this, yeah, iconic bird that she has as far as her symbol always on her chest piece. So here I applied a little bit with the eyeshadow, and then I figured it wasn't applying enough, so I went off and I used the light brown in the Paradise paints just to add a little bit more depth. Now here, using an eyeshadow brush, I'm adding the some shading and adding the shading that you would normally have within the belt to make it look a little bit more dimensional. So this is what we're doing in right here. Take a look at how I start off with the line, and then I fade that brown that's in our earth palette around. So here, taking that metallic blue, that brilliant blue, we are adding some cuffs into both of the arms. So from starting wrist to going into the forearm. Now we're going to finish our symbol with outline. You always start everything, you always apply all the bold colors first, and then you finish everything with the outline. That is the last detail that I usually like to do at the very end, and is when I know I'm going to be done. So this is really important because this adds a lot more crisp to your painting, to anything that you do. It makes it stand out more, and it adds more definition as well. So I started with the bird, now I'm going off and finishing it on the belt. Now here, using a line brush for body paint, I'm adding, you know, just more texture in there, giving it more of that comic feel, those bolder black lines, which really makes it pop a lot. And here is our beautiful Wonder Woman. Guys, the top headpiece, I also created that on my own, just to let you guys know that these colors do apply well on foam. So you can always create props like that. This is our Wonder Woman. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and until next time, thank you guys.